So France beats Morocco 2-0. And let's start with this. What's the biggest reason Morocco lost? Bets, let's go to you first.
I would love to point out a specific reason that Morocco lost. I have one that I'll touch on, but I don't want to shy away from just France being unstoppable. They looked like they were playing Belgium playing the U.S. It looked like a game they were never going to lose. They missed the PK, but they were just still so confident. It's scary. I mean, this Olise, Dembele, Mbappe, and then you got Doué and Barcola in there, just like that's the equivalent of being a U.S. fan on Monday and it panning over to Lukaku tossing the tarp on. It's just a scary sight. They remind me a lot of the Neymar, Suarez, Messi era, and I don't think that's a crazy comparison. It's unstoppable, but I just don't think Hakimi showed up today. He's supposed to be the heart and soul. I don't think he played well at all. He was caught up on the goal. He like someone was saying he got fouled. But yeah, I don't think he showed up and played the way he could have at all. I thought the keeper stood on his head. I got his name. Sorry,
Bono.
I think Bono stood on his head and was incredible. But he can only do so much. But I think Hakimi could have showed a bit more tonight.
Is Bono? Do you guys think he's the best PK stopper in the world right now? Is that an exaggeration to say?
I don't think it's an exaggeration. I also don't believe it was the best pen. I mean, anyone could say that.
It wasn't. It wasn't a great pen, but like, I think when you look at any penalty save, if he saved it, it's a good save.
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at any penalty take or penalty miss, sometimes they're better than others. But if you save a PK, it's a great save.
Yeah, I agree.
And
with that.
I can't think of a single player in the world that has a better reputation penalties than Bono right now.
Also, was it you, Faust? You were saying that they should rename someone was, maybe, I can't remember if it was Faust, but someone was saying that the technique Bono was using in the Dutch game, where he would literally just shuffle over so he could cover everything, should be titled the Bono technique, because it's like the first time someone's done that. Was that you, Super? It might have been you. Did you pioneer that term?
It sounds something like I would say, but no, it wasn't me. Actually, the first time I saw that technique was Hope Solo against Sweden in the World Cup. That was the first time I saw it.
Wow, so throwback. Was that the Abby Wambach era when she scored that header against Japan, I believe?
Yeah, similar era. But yeah, I don't remember what year it was, but that was the first time I saw it, where she would just shuffle over before the pen was taken, and then she'd be
so on are you officially saying it's the Hope Solo, not the
it's
Bono?
Hope Solo? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Got it. I'll let Bono know. He'll be very disappointed in that. Super. What was the biggest reason that Morocco
no Saibari? That is the biggest reason. No Saibari. I think like he was so important for them throughout the entire tournament, and they, as soon as they got scored on, it was just like, all right, well then that's the game. That's it. They don't have a solution to score goals if Saibari isn't on the field, and against a team as good as France, at least, right? If they're playing a Canada, then sure, anybody can score. But against a world-class team like France, you need a world-class striker to score goals. And they didn't have Saibari. I think that's the biggest reason. Like, look, Hakimi didn't have the best game, but he plays outside back, so you can't say, hey.
No, I know.
Our outside back couldn't bang in some goals today, and that's why we lost it. They hung on for what, 60 minutes, and then like after that, it's just like France is gonna get a couple. So if you can't score in them, you can't beat them.
It never felt like France wasn't winning to me. Like it felt like it was inevitable. It felt like
agree.
And to your point, Super, maybe Saibari being there would have made Morocco feel more dangerous and could have stretched France out. But I agree. So I thought Saibari has been their best player in the tournament. I really have. I mean, he scored. Yeah, he scored the goal against Brazil. He scored the winner against Scotland. He scored the goal against Haiti. He scored the decisive PK against the Dutch. He has been their best player. He just won himself I think it was a £55 million move to Bayern Munich. So he is a world-class striker, and it was clear they missed him. That said, I couldn't help but watch that game and feel like the Dutch would have done better. which I know sounds like me just defending my old take, but I felt like we were robbed. Like that should have been that quarterfinal spot should have been a marquee matchup between two juggernauts, and I just think a Saibari less Morocco was so disappointing to watch.
I know. Well, and on top of that, it was like we thought we were going to get France, Germany, and then we got Paraguay, France.
Yeah.
And then we thought we were like, okay, well, at least we're going to get a Morocco, Netherlands versus France. And then we got a shadow of Morocco instead of that. So, yeah, just like a huge bummer.
They looked scared. Like that's the other thing. They at one point they panned over to Hakimi's face during the water break. And that man looked terrified. Like you could just look into the whites of his eyes and he just looked scared.
Me too, man. Me too.
It was crazy. It was crazy to watch. It was crazy to watch. And I mean, just while we're on the France point, yes, like Morocco is missing Saibari, but we just have to sit back and acknowledge how dominant this French team is. I mean, they're first in goals, they're first in expected goals, they're first in shots on target. They're fourth in ball recovery time, which is obviously defensive statistic. They're third in goals allowed. Their odds right now are plus 180, so 1.8 to 1. And there's a huge gap, and then it's Spain, I think, plus 380. It's France versus the world right now.
I know, but it would be look, they are the best team in the tournament, but it'd be so uninteresting if they won. And so I'm anybody but France.
Anybody but France. Well, let's go ahead, Buzz.
Yeah, this is a bit funny, but we did say the only team that would have been able to stop them is the U.S. and they can no longer do that. So they do have a cakewalk.
Are you serious? So we just watched Belgium thrash the U.S. You're going to stand by the U.S. France
at this point, man? I've been bashed too much. I just
I love it.